Yeah, no, that's perfect, Marty. And really, I'm going to tail off of everything you've said, and I want to start. Understand that OnPassive is a business. It is your business, and there are things within OnPassive you need to do. And when you come to OnPassive, you really need to have clarity and knowledge. And there's an old saying, "My people die for lack of knowledge." You need the knowledge that Marty is giving you today. You need the knowledge of OnPassive, and it's continually, it's always going out there. And I really want to touch on what Mr. Mufara said last Wednesday. And I know most of you heard what Mr. Mufara said on Marty's and Chris's and Red's 360. But a lot of people, they did not get it. And that's where the clarity comes in. That's where the knowledge comes in. Once you understand what OnPassive is doing, it's just a done deal. And Marty talked about understanding from about a year and a half ago to today. That's really, really important. But understanding what's happening now, right in front of your eyes. Once you understand that, it's just a done deal, as Mr. Mufara says often. This is a done deal. You know, when Ash came on last Wednesday and he talked about people coming in and buying O-Connect, there are a lot of reasons why you want to buy O-Connect, but I want to get into what Mr. Mufara talked about. OnPassive has taken care of the pay processor within OnPassive. And I know this is rote for a lot of you, but a lot of people don't know this, and that's why I'm going over it. I have people call me with all kinds of problems that they're having, and Mr. Mufara explained all of it. You don't need to have any questions. He came on and he told us, listen, the pay processor is working really, really well. Today, there is a short window where you can go in and pay for O-Connect and it'll go through. If you miss that window, it will not go through. And I've had many people call me, it did not go through, and they start the barrage of solutions that they're going to bring to the table. And all of them are bad. The first thing they do is they call support, and support gives them a really, really good response, but it's very long. And when people read it, they just get confused. Do not call support about this stuff. It's not necessary. Mr. Mufara told us that the window would be very narrow starting out with, and then over the course of the next days and weeks, exponentially, it is going to get wider and wider and wider and wider. So those individuals coming in and their payment does not go through, just chill out. Just wait a few days and try it in a day or two or three. Mr. Mufara is not going to leave anybody behind. He's going to give everybody enough time. He's going to give the pay processors enough time to expand the amount of volume that they can take. So everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to be able to come in and buy O-Connect. When you buy O-Connect, OnPassive goes to work for you. Really is that simple. So don't worry about when you pay for O-Connect, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week. It's going to get done, and it's because the volume that the processors can handle is going to increase more and more and more and more. Okay? I know this is routine. I know this is rude, but it needs to be told because there are a lot of people that don't get this. Once Mr. Mufara got done with that, he started talking about the rest of the month in the rest of December. And this is December 1st right now. If you understand what's going to be happening in the month of December, you should be dancing on the roof. What Ash told us last window was extraordinary. You know, it's really, really funny, and you don't hear half of this stuff. If there's a little glitch within OnPassive, what does Mr. Mufara do? He doesn't come out and talk about it. He just goes to his team, whether it's in Hyderabad, whether it's a financial team in Dubai, wherever it is. He goes to the team. He goes, okay, guys, we have a problem. Now, 5 years ago, they would come back and they go, well, we can't fix that problem. Well, Mr. Mufara is taking care of that. He doesn't have anybody today that doesn't have his mindset. If there's a problem, we can fix it. There's nothing we can't fix. And because of that, because he has such a talented team in Hyderabad, in Dubai, all around the world, they address the problem, they find a solution, they implement the solution. We don't get to see that, but we can see it with the pay processor because the pay processor right now is working like a gem. But when we start to think about what's going to be happening in December, Mr. Mufara, he talked about number one, everybody's going to be able to come in and buy O-Connect. That's not a problem. That's going to happen. But what's going to happen after that? There will be a line drawn in the sand for those individuals that have come in and bought O-Connect. And then from there, Mr. Mufara is going to start distributing those individuals that have come in, bought O-Connect, and they're in a holding tank. And that holding tank, I'm not sure how many people are there, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, I don't know. But he's going to distribute those individuals in our team. Now, when I say that, most people, they really don't have a clue how that's going to affect their lives, how that's going to affect their bottom line. It is extraordinary what's going to be happening to everybody. I won't get into numbers on this webinar with Marty, and I just won't go there today. But I'll tell you, the numbers are so extraordinary, your mind can't comprehend them. And if you listen to Marty and I in other webinars, whether it's Julie Pierre, whether it's Comfort, whether it's some of the other webinars that are out there, we've talked about this. And usually when we talk about this, people are just dumbfounded. They're absolutely silent. But those individuals are going to be placed underneath those early bird affiliates that are in OnPassive. And again, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5 million people. That's really not the big deal. Mr. Mufara has not talked about some of the things that are going to be happening in 2024, January, February. He did talk about 2 or 3 other products coming out within December. Again, every time he comes out with another product, it's another stream of revenue. And everything I'm saying pertains to what's going to happen in your organization and your financial bottom line. And again, you can start playing with the numbers. They get very, very big, very, very quickly. Marty talked about that last night for about 2 seconds. That's about 10 seconds. That's how long it took him to talk about it. And the whole audience was just quiet. That's how big the numbers are. They're absolutely massive. But as we listen to Mr. Mufara, as we listen to what he's talking about, what's happening in December, you can't listen to Mr. Mufara and not know you're in the right place at the right time. And again, you have to have clarity and knowledge. And if you don't have that, it's really, really hard to do the things you need to do. And I can tell you, I'll give you an example. And Marty talks about a lot of things, and he'll go over a lot of things over several days. It's so important that he and Chris and Red and some of the other individuals do that. When I was younger, I was listening to a gentleman who was teaching, and it was a really, really cool concept. And he got done with his diatribe, and he said, "Okay, does everybody understand that?" And the people around me raised their hands. I did not understand a thing he said. I needed him to go over it again. He did not. He went on. The people that got it, got it. The people that didn't. It took me 10 years to understand that concept. And at the end of that 10 years, when I understood the concept, my only thought was, I wish I had gotten this 10 years ago. It's why it's important for Marty and the rest of the early bird affiliates come on and repeat some of the things of OnPassive. Some people it takes longer to get, and it's really, really important that everybody gets it. You know, Mr. Mufara's goal is not to leave anybody behind. But I can tell you, if you bypass learning what's right in front of you right now, if you don't bring clarity to the situation, if you don't get the knowledge that you need to have, OnPassive will fly by you, because right now they're running at breakneck speed. The things that are going to be happening in December, we kind of have an understanding what that's going to be. What's going to be happening in January, February of 2024, what I've just talked about pales into comparison to what's coming. And that's why when Marty talks about dreaming, coming into OnPassive and starting to dream bigger, because whatever you dream, it's not big enough within OnPassive. The capacity, the unlimitedness of OnPassive is something that I've never seen before, and neither have you. I'm not even sure Mr. Mufara a year ago understood where we were going to be today. He does today. I believe he knows things that well, one of the things is the ash bomb he's going to share with us. He knows things that we don't know yet, and when they come out, it is just going to blow you away. It's going to change your life. So when we think about OnPassive, understand that what we do today, it's necessary. We need to repeat and repeat and repeat so that people will understand where they are, get the clarity they need, and not have any doubts coming into OnPassive. And as Marty said, once you get to that place, you're just in. It's a done deal. It's going to happen. If you don't have the patience to come in and learn what you need to do, yeah, go someplace else. It's okay, because eventually you're going to be back. You're going to be using OnPassive. You're going to be using the tools of OnPassive. It's just the way it is. That's how good OnPassive is. But come on in. Continue to listen to Marty and Chris and Red. Continue to listen to Robin. There are so many other good individuals out there that talk about OnPassive, whether it's Comfort, whether it's Julie Pierre, there's just a lot of them. Come in and continue to learn. And when you do that, you're going to get to that place where it's just a done deal. You know what's coming. At least you have an idea of what's coming. It's really, really big. And you'll just wake up with a smile on your face. You'll be on the roof dancing. Your life is going to change in major, major ways.